Good morning, class 11. Today in class 11 mathematics we have chapter sets continued, and here we will give more definitions and types of sets which are in your syllabus, and these definitions of different type of sets are used later on in the application questions also on set theory and its next chapters. So you have to remain very careful regarding these type of sets and make a note of it correctly. So I have first taken here, besides what I discussed in my last lecture, equal sets. Two sets A and B are said to be equal if all elements of set A are in set B. That is, if every element of set A is an element of set B, then A is a subset of B. That is, if they are equivalent. As you know, in equivalent sets the number of elements and they are same, then we say sets are equal. So equal sets are those sets which have same number of elements and the elements should be also same, like A equal to set 1 2 3, B is equal to 3 1 2. So although order in B is different, but it represents the same numbers 1 2 3. So both the sets have same cardinal number. Cardinal number is defined as number of elements of a set. So 3 elements are in set A and 3 are in set B. They are equivalent. Therefore they are equal sets, as same elements must be also there. These are the two conditions. Then next definition is, next type of set is subset. So A set is called subset of B if all the elements of set A are some elements of set B. Then we write it as A is a subset of B. I have written the symbol symbolically. As you can see, between A and B there is a symbol, that is the symbol for subset. Or also we have, if A's element belongs to A, then B or A also belongs to B. Example I have taken here to understand this definition clearly. A equal to set of elements 1 3 5, B equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6. So here every element of set A is in set B, but converse is not true. So A is a subset of B, but B is not a subset of A, and by Venn diagram you can see I have written two circles here, one representing A as 1 3 5 and second as B, whose elements are 1 2 3 4 5 6. So every element of set A is an element of set B, so you can say A is a subset of B. Then proper subset. Set A is said to be proper subset of B if all elements of set A are in set B, but there is at least one element in set B which is not in A, and then we write it as the symbol A is a proper subset of B. Example here I have taken, if A equal to set ABC, B equal to set ABCDE, then here A is a proper subset of B, and as you see, at least there are 3 elements here in set A which are ABC, and they are also present in ABC besides other elements in set B. So we have A is a proper subset of B, as we can say it by this example. Note here, you have to make these 3 notes. Okay, null set is always a subset of every set. Null set was explained last time. So phi is a subset of every set. Second, A is a subset of B, and if B is a subset of A, then A and B are always equal. So whenever you have to prove A equal to B, two sets equal in set theory, you have to prove A is a subset of B and B is also a subset of A, only then A and B are equal. And third, two sets A and B are comparable if and only if either A is a subset of B or B is a subset of A. And next definition is universal set. A set which contains all the elements or all the sets is called universal set, means which cannot be subset of any set. And here I am giving one example so that you can understand the meaning of universal set. As a school, students in a school is a universal set of students of either 7th class, 8th class or 9th class or 10th class or 11th class or 12th class. Since a school have classes from KG to 12, so you can see here.